Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Season 3, Episode 4 of the Multilife Podcast. Remember to go follow us at multilife.pod on Instagram. And now we're going to go around and say hello.
What's up, y'all? It's Anthony, back again for another week, and a very exciting special episode today, so we'll get to that soon.
Yes, and unfortunately, Garrett isn't here today, so yeah.
He's a hard-working man. It's all good.
Yeah,
we all gotta pay the bills.
So, hey guys, I'm Melissa Ann.
And I'm Spencer. But we have a special guest with us.
All right, Derek, you wanna go
Yes. I'm like, oh man, the pressure. Nice to meet you guys. My name is Derek. I'm the host of the SIMPAI podcast. We had been podding for, I would say, since COVID, actually. Quick little, a quick lore about us is that I spent most of my life being real quiet about anime. Growing up as a football player, that kind of like wasn't the cool topic to talk about. And over time, I'd started meeting friends who were also into it. So we just said, why not record it one day? And then it took me to get the Rona, for me to sit at my desk and be like, you know what, why not? I'm off for 2 weeks of work. Like, why not just create the pod? I came up with a name, came up with everything, and we've been rolling ever since. But it's a nice place to come in if you're entry level, anything like that. We're very lighthearted, not hyper analytical, just having a good time, just like kind of you guys do. So
Nice.
just happy to be here.
Very cool.
What is y'all's Instagram handle?
So we are just Simpai's at Simpai Podcast. You can actually find us same name on TikTok and YouTube more prominently.
Nice.
Excellent. But you bringing up anime and football, I don't remember the details of this clip, but I do.
Yeah.
You know how in when they're like announcing the offensive line or the defensive line, they have all the players that come in and they say their name and then they say what college they attended or what high school they attended, or sometimes they just say a random thing. And do you remember there's that one clip? I don't remember the player. Frankly, I don't remember the team. I think it was I think maybe the Panthers or something. But he goes on and he starts saying like a Naruto location. You know what I'm talking about?
And he's standing for us, right? He is our one representation in the NFL. Javonte Williams. I'll remember him forever, man. He's the best. Absolutely. Yeah,
that's
he
how I
is.
feel about like Carl Anthony Towns on the Knicks. He's always talking about like Five Nights at Freddy's and like he was excited to meet with like Matt Pat and stuff. So it's always nice to see the the niche enjoyment come out of these we're top tier athletes.
We're out there. It's coming out. We need more.
That's right. Yeah. So Derek, you talked about your podcast a little bit, but what's been your experience with, K-pop so far? How have you, what's your experience been?
So with me particularly, I'm relatively new. I like the rest of the Western world, K-pop Demon Hunters came in like a truck, and we were just along for the ride. So I mean, I would say that we're very open. Like obviously, I don't know about BTS, Blackpink, everything like that. I think what's interesting with it is there's a lot of parallels. With anime and K-pop becoming more mainstream in Western culture, I'm starting to see it more so in that realm. We were just talking about the NFL with everything, but I would say that my experience is literally the 10 songs that Mosan sent to me and my K-pop Demon Hunter list. So that's about all I got.
Okay, gotcha. Well, that's good. We're very glad to have you.
Thank you.
Yes.
So anyway, what we're going to be doing this episode, we have compiled 4, although there are only 3 of us. We intended for Garrett to be here. But we have 4 MVs that we'd like to show you and have a general reaction, get your thoughts. We'll share why we, brought these specific MVs to you.
Yeah.
We'll get your thoughts on the sound, your thoughts on the presentation, kind of, maybe if a group member stands out to you or if something about the song really stands out to you, feel free to, give your raw opinions. We're wanting to look for, what someone outside of the sphere, how they view these, different pieces of art, pieces of media, songs. And so, not only the song, but also the MV, I think for a couple of us is why we chose the song that we chose. So, we'll get right into it.
Am I allowed to K1, K5 this bad boy? Or
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
all right,
Have
let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm
You know,
excited.
feel free. Make
Yeah.
yourself at home.
That's
as they
awesome,
say.
awesome.
All right. So we've got. Let's get this here. Sorry, we don't really have a production team, but you know, we're out here.
Neither do we.
All right. So the first song I chose, this was my top song of. Oh, you have to check the year it came out because it came out so long ago, 2021. This song was the third title track I believe this group came out with, so they were still relatively new. But their second song they released, ASAP, went, you know, very hard, was a pretty prominent song. I think a lot of people liked it, and it put this group on the map. And then they came out with this song, which, like I said, was my number one of 2021. So wanting to show it based on, you know, the light, bubbly nature of it, the kind of summer vibes, and yeah, just kind of show the, I guess, cuter and, you know, fun side of K-pop. So this is Stereotype by STAYC.
Oh my god! First of all, reminds it because a lot of anime settings kind of have that school setting and background.
Yeah.
That's right.
And it's that reminds me a lot of what I see in anime. And while I'm like looking at the fits, you can see like the kind of the hair color, different contrast and everything, which reminds me of anime characters. That's what I'm thinking. I saw one fit. I don't know. She had like kind of the green little the bangs.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's,
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's fire. I'm like, that's fire. That took me straight to an anime episode.
Oh yeah, when she was with the car, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, Yoon. Yeah, Yoon.
Yeah, so I'm like,
yeah.
That's why I'm like, yes. Oh my god, like, yeah, just amazing right there. K4 immediately.
Oh.
I'm giving that some hype because and what it reminds me of is Japanese word is a kawaii, which means cute. It's just a cute culture, and I think it meshes so well with kind of like the typical anime setting. I think it's everything an anime fan would enjoy on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a big reason why I chose this MV specifically was it was very colorful, very lively, kind of matches the vibe of the song. There's also a lot of times in K-pop just some like absurdist visuals, like when they threw the basketball back and then it swished and there was the big bunny that came out and they were like, you know, all right, what's that about? And then you go later on and they're just getting chased by the big bunny and, you know,
And not
just
frightened.
Like, no, they're having a great time. They're playing
frolicking,
Yeah. But yeah, very, very cute visuals. Again, very bubbly, like a summer song. This is very common, I think, in K-pop, is that they go through sort of times of the year where different vibe songs tends to be released, and summer obviously very bubbly, very sunny. It's very nice.
Right.
Well, I would say it's very nice how they kind of got, you know, monsoons and stuff, but it's a little humid over there. But
Right.
It's not. It's, you know, sometimes it's not too bad. But yeah, that's sort of. I'm glad you liked it, K4.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
excellent.
Oh,
We
yeah.
love to hear that.
Yay.
Yeah. Spencer, Melissa, Ann, do y'all like this song? What's your opinion
I
of
love
it
this
in
song.
terms
It's
of like
probably-
on other STAYC in comparison to other STAYC songs? Or
It's probably still my favorite STAYC title track. So, Derek, a
100%.
title track in K-pop is like the main song out of the album, like the lead single,
Okay.
and then like all the other songs on the album are called B-sides. So this is like the promoted song with the music video that they're, you know, performing on stages.
Yeah, so there are 3 B-sides on this album, which, by the way, the 3 B-sides on this album are fire.
They're really good.
All of them,
Yeah,
honestly,
they're all
all
good.
3 of them are really, really good.
Nice.
So I'd recommend.
Okay.
But yeah, so Stereotype is the main one that they make an MV for. They have they'll have choreographies for other ones sometimes. Maybe sometimes they'll get made after the fact or popularized after the fact. But the title track is like the main. They make the music video. They have the main choreography for it. They go on music shows and they promote using this song. So they'll always dance for like a couple weeks, usually 2-3 weeks. They'll promote, and Yeah, so this
Do
was,
a lot
this
of
was...
these have a and I apologize for interrupting.
No, you're good.
Do a lot of these have like kind of a similar kind of story track when you kind of go like so on your for your next songs, right? Do they kind of stay in the same vibe or do they kind of switch between themes?
It depends, and that's kind of a reason why you would like one album over another. I think it's something Melissa Ann talks about a lot, is cohesion within the album.
Okay.
Being able to play it from start to finish and feel like it goes together as a collective, and that the parts, or rather, the whole becomes more than a sum of its parts.
Right.
In this example, I mean, Stereotype is very bubbly. I'll Be There is a bit slower, more heartfelt, but still has kind of a good, like a solid backing instrumental. Like the instrumental is present. Slow Down. Oh, do I remember Slow Down? I feel like Slow Down
was
is
my
even...
favorite.
Yeah, Spencer,
it was my top 10 of 2021. I mean, it's kind of the name. It's like a lot slower, but I don't know. It's just more laid back and chill. But like the bridge just kind of tops off the song with giving it like a little bit more energy than like the rest of the song. So it was just my favorite.
Here, I mean, we can even go through and give a little listen to each of them here. So yeah, Stereotype, obviously, bubbly. Then
I'll Be There. Yeah.
So more vocal heavy, but they still have that kind of bubbly melody in the back. Yeah, so this is the verse. It's just got a nice little guitar in the back and just singing. Then next, Slow Down. So I think it has the same vibe, each of the songs, but, you know, they have a little bit different concentration of vocals versus the instrumental. And then last, Complex, is more, I think it's more indie vibes, I would maybe describe it. I want to see if I can get to the, here should be the chorus. I really like their vocal melodies in this track.
Yeah.
I feel like their vocal control is very, very good. But yeah, this is an example of like, granted, it's only 4 songs, but this is an example of a pretty cohesive album, I think.
Right. Fit's insane.
Right. Oh, spoilers. But yeah, so cool. K4 starting off great.
Oh yeah, I'm loving it. I'm liking it.
Yeah.
So the next song I'm gonna let Spencer introduce. This was his brother's song that he wanted to bring. Spencer, go ahead and fill in for the big man.
For Garrett, yeah. So this was actually a song that like I had showed him back when it released, and really just what stuck out to me, and I feel like we haven't, or at least I haven't seen it since, was just how colorful the music video is. And at least for me, I'm a real visual person. So like the colors in this MV are just really vibrant. Like it's Honey by Solar. And there are just scenes where it's like honeycombs and like yellow honey everywhere, and it's just such a pretty color. So I mean, that's just like why it sticks out to me, and I'm glad it made an impression on Garrett. So and the song itself is pretty catchy. It's one of my favorites from Solar, so one of my favorite releases from her.
Yeah, so Solar is actually a member of a group called Mamamoo, but something you'll see in K-pop is that like groups will come out with music, but then individual members will also come out with solo music as well.
Oh wow!
It might be a little rough timing for Melissa Ann to be talking about that.
Yeah.
But we don't need to go into the drama. Anyway, a little also just really quick before we start. This is my favorite Mamamoo member, so shout out Solar. We love Solar. But yeah, anyway, so this wasn't her first solo. Which was... Do we know how long into her like solo career this song was?
I think pretty early on, right?
Pretty early. I think pretty early on, but I don't think it was her first.
Oh.
No,
anyway.
It wasn't her first. Like her first one was all the way back in 2015, I guess.
Oh, really?
and then 2018, and then when this song came out, it was in 2022.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I mean, they were doing a lot more group stuff between probably what 2015 and 2020, and then they kind of all decided to do their own. I mean, they're still a group, but like wanted to do more solo work. So I think, and this kind
might
of
have been
kicked
her
off.
first EP? No, not true. She had Solar Sensitivity as a series.
Yeah.
She had like 6 of these that she came out with. Anyway,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah.
Without further ado, Honey by Solar.
I'm gonna have to shake Garrett's hand. Wow. I mean, wow. Yeah, it's just like that first little bit right there. I thought this was gonna be like a very slow, very just nice, like little, and then it just switched, like beat drop immediately, and then we're just getting in. I just love the kind of the pace shift a little bit. Visually, just excellent. Like, I don't know if, like, you know, it's one of those things where if you hear a song all by itself, nothing in the background, you think of it one way. When you see the music video with it, it like completes the whole outlook of it. So
exactly.
I'm not gonna lie. It's called Honey?
Yes.
Yeah.
On my phone. K5.
Oh,
Yeah, it's on my phone
Yes,
now.
sir.
Yeah, let me put
Yeah.
immediately.
What I wanted to point out is I don't know if you noticed that she like kind of rapped a little bit in the middle of the song.
She did, yeah.
So that's kind of a must-have in K-pop songs. Like, no matter
Really?
how sing-songy or slow or sweet a song may be, there's always a rap section, which is pretty funny because like you don't think of like Korean people like rapping, but there is a whole like K-hip-hop, K-rap scene there, and like K-pop idols, there's always a rapper in the group, at least one rapper. So
Wow.
it's pretty interesting, I guess. At first it might throw you off because you're like, you just want to hear like melody all the time, and you're like, why are they rapping? But you get used to it after a while, and it's really something to look forward to.
I'm seeing the Western influence, but like I always have known Korea is like the peak of fashion, right? But it is like the combination of the two is beautiful.
Yeah.
I also wanted to point out because obviously there's the whole racist stereotype of like Asians all look the same, right? And in K-pop, I think it can be a bit exacerbated because I think there is a Korean beauty standard that even among like normal people who go to like see a plastic surgeon or whatever, because it's very common for people to get like 1 or 2 procedures, like eyelid surgery or you know, what have you. And there is a look that people will tell you is the best and that you should go for, or that maybe, you know, they'll tweak your face to kind of match what that best look is. But something you'll see a lot in K-pop, and something that I noticed here just very early on in the MV, is that she has a lot of facial blemishes that they purposefully keep exposed. There are a lot of members of different groups that are like this, where the face structure or whatever, there is like a beauty standard for the face structure, but oftentimes when idols have these little like beauty marks, I think is what they call them, they'll oftentimes leave them exposed on purpose because it gives the idol a bit more character, which it's a design decision. It's not just like a it's not just kind of, it is what it is. Like sometimes, which here you can see, like there are 3 blemishes on her nose, 1 above her eyebrow, 2 around her lip, 1 on her cheek, and then if you go into the next one, or if you go into a later one, so here in her yellow outfit they're all present, but then I think like even in that shot, that the one under her lip is kind of hidden. And so sometimes they'll do it differently.
Wow.
It's just something interesting. It like draws you to different parts of the face, and also just kind of gives a little bit of individuality, I think, for each of the members. Like even here in the white, you can't really see her blemishes because they're covered. But that's just something that you'll see in K-pop as well. It's like it's a particular design decision.
That's why y'all are the pros, man. I didn't even pick that up initially. That is a really good breakdown. It just creates that authenticity to feel like, you know, like this person's kind of one of us kind of thing. So that's a cool add-on.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, anyway, so cool. Garrett, your choice was not in vain.
Oh,
Good
man.
job, Garrett.
By all means, on my phone.
Absolutely.
All right.
It
Okay,
seemed like she had
Melissa.
referenced her last group too, by the way, in the song. If I had picked that up right.
Did she say Mamamoo?
I could have swore I heard that at some
Maybe
point.
she could have.
Wait,
Yeah.
But
that would have been crazy if I did, but
I think, Derek, you would really appreciate Mamamoo's group songs because they're very famous for having really good vocals. And I feel like just knowing like the songs that you liked from the ones that I showed you and like you like R&B style, like I think you would really appreciate them as a group. So I would also recommend checking out Mamamoo songs.
okay.
100%.
But the song I wanted to show you is a song called Fancy by Twice. So Twice actually is I don't know if you watched the end of the credits of K-pop Demon Hunters where they had like those Korean girls singing Takedown in the studio.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Those are some members of Twice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
So they're a really, really famous girl group. And I wanted to show you them not necessarily because this is like their best song or their best music video, but because I feel like they've been around for 11 years this year, which is a really long time for a K-pop group because, you know, there's so many different trends and you can get popular one year and then not as popular a different year, but they've been around for 11 years and same lineup the whole time, you know, and they just have been able to create hit after hit. And this is one of their most popular songs. I don't know, Anthony, if you can check the view count real quick. I think it's in the hundreds of millions.
What?
688 million.
That is insane.
Yeah. 688 million. So almost 700 million views on this music video that they put out in 2019. But yeah, it's a really iconic song and from an iconic group. And I hope you'll enjoy this one. So let's get started.
Oh my god.
So good.
That reminds me so much when she's like holding the little planets. It reminded me of Ariana Grande.
Oh yeah.
Sitting on Earth, you know. But I'm like, I would say, okay, that first little dance move in the beginning was A1. Like, I think the dancing on this is my absolute favorite out of the three I've seen so far.
Okay.
Like the
Nice.
coordination of it all. And what I was picking up a lot of English in this bad boy. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Because halfway I'm like, wait, why am I understanding this? Oh, wait. Oh, fan. I'm like, I'm like, yeah. So, like, I actually love that combo. Yeah, I didn't realize till you had initially recommended me the first time that, like, I think there was, like, a Christmas song you had sent me.
Yes, from SG.
And I just didn't realize, like, how much, like, English can be incorporated in the songs, too.
Yeah.
But it still flow well. You know what I mean? So, like, visually, I think this is like probably it's my number 2.
Okay.
I got it at K4.
Okay.
Nice.
I got it at
High
K4.
ratings.
Honey Solar. I'm listening to that as soon as I get off this again. But I need to listen more to this group because I feel like you said this is Twice?
Yes.
Okay. Are they considered like number 1 like say like they're top of the game right now or what's their
Yeah, well, okay, they debuted a little bit like a few months before Blackpink.
Oh, okay.
And so they
Gotcha.
came out
A year
hot
before
since they're
Blackpink.
a year before?
Yeah.
When did Blackpink?
2016.
Yeah, but what month?
Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry.
That's why I thought it was earlier in the year, but you could be right. Either way, they're from rival companies. So this is from the company JYP, and so this has been JYP's top girl group for as long as they've existed. They were breaking view records in terms of girl group records, but also making like the top 5 of like music video view records in 2015, early 2016, which was a big deal. because before that it was like Big Bang, BTS, like the biggest boy groups were just so far beyond anything that a girl group had accomplished. So they were like with Cheer Up and then their third release TT, they really put like I think girl groups up a notch. And then right after, Blackpink came out, and I think Blackpink, like, objectively, in terms of popularity, has been a little bit above Twice for pretty much their entire, their entire existence. But I would say that Twice is, like, top 3, let's call it, in general, in like, popularity, in draw, in...
Right.
The expansiveness of their concert tours, they are definitely a big name.
I didn't really, that's interesting to find out that the girl groups have just recently kind of, I guess, been put, like, I guess they were in a lower peg, you're saying, before all this? That's interesting to see.
In like album sales, in music video views, it was always like EXO, BTS, Big Bang, very big, and obviously BTS is still the biggest of the biggest group out there, right? But I will say in the last couple years, and maybe Melissa Ann or Spencer can back me up on this, the last like 2 years, I feel like has been girl group domination a little bit. In terms of sales, in terms of the top, like in terms of like the top songs of
the charts.
The year. The top of the charts at any given time. Like if you look at the top here, I wonder if I could look it up right now. Korean music. What chart should I look up?
Melon, maybe?
Yeah, Melon. Korea music chart top 10 today. See if this Melon chart is more accurate.
While we're waiting for that to load, or I guess.
Actually, look, the top 4 are all top. Number 1's a girl group, number 2's a girl group, number 3's a girl group, number 4 is a soloist actually from Mamamoo.
My favorite.
Right. But so like right now, right this second, top 4 are girl groups or girl soloists.
That's huge,
so.
man.
Yeah. I was gonna say, so Twice is actually they're not just Korean. There's 3 Japanese members and 1 Taiwanese member, and the rest are Korean. So it's actually more of a global group than you might realize. And I think when I first got into K-pop, I thought all the members are Korean because it's Korean pop. But a lot of groups actually have members from different countries and different ethnicities, and they just come to Korea and train and get good at Korean, and they debut in these groups, and they're able to draw a lot more international fans or fans from their particular country because they have that background. So Twice is also super popular in Japan because of the 3 Japanese members, and the 3 Japanese members have also come out with their own songs and albums on their like a subunit. They're also super popular in Taiwan because of that one Taiwanese member. So,
do any of these tour in the U.S.?
Yeah, actually, Twice is having a U.S. tour right now.
Really?
You're lying. I went and saw them in New York last month. Yeah.
What? Oh my gosh! See, this is a new world. And they do this without over sexualizing. In Western culture, I find that very impressive. They can reach that level.
Orlando.
Yeah, that's it, right? Make a little Disney trip out of it. I will lose all my money immediately. That's awesome.
Yeah, I really like what you pointed out about the over-sexualizing, because it's like that's what makes K-pop fun for me, is that like I can watch it with my cousins, and like I can't, my little cousins, and I can watch it with people of all ages and all enjoy it together. Whereas I felt like when I was younger with Western pop, when I was just into Western pop music, I couldn't watch certain music videos because my parents don't let me, or it's just like there's that barrier sometimes, and it's just like not always a fun barrier to work around. Whereas K-pop, I mean, there are some instances in K-pop that there's some exceptions, but overall it's a lot more tame and a lot lighthearted and a lot more fun and colorful.
But I think that's attesting to its quality. You know what I mean? That you don't have to rely on that. I see it a lot in anime, where that's a huge critique, right? That's a huge critique. But like stories can be well done without you doing fan service 24/7.
Right.
I don't need to hop into an American video. Like, I know what I'm gonna get when I watch Cardi B, right? But it's not like you're not enjoying it, but it's just like you said, it's well rounded and it can be shared with everyone. So I've noticed that with every video I've seen so far.
Yeah,
that's not relied upon. And that's a huge testament to the quality.
All right, Spencer, we'll move on to our final and a little slightly different.
Yes.
Final MV.
So this is ATEEZ, HALAZIA, and this is one of my favorite music videos from them, and one of like my favorite songs as well. I didn't want you to just listen to girl groups or like girl solo artists. So there are men in this industry. So
be forewarned. Calm down. There are men in this. Trigger warning. Men.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But yeah, so this is one of my favorite boy groups. And then you'll see it in the music video, but just like what really stands out to me is kind of like this apocalyptic kind of setting, which I like enjoy when that kind of theme comes out, and like movies or like in general, I like the like post-apocalyptic theme. So this just kind of has that, and then the way that I'm kind of a fan of like chanty choruses or like chanty parts of a song. And so this also has elements of like group chanting, I feel like. So
interesting.
So yeah, I hope you enjoy it.
Big pressure. Your brother had a good selection.
Yeah, if you watch this at midnight in your dark room when you're just laying in bed, you'll feel like you're part of an uprising. So
right. And I mean, as a neighbor, I would be hella confused. Because the first thing I noticed is that this song probably has the most tone shifts. I mean, I was getting rap, I was getting like a heavy metal, like a gothic vibe. Then I'm getting like it was all over. This is visually my favorite thing to see. I was hella entertained.
Oh, wow.
Sound-wise, because it switched so many times, I'm more on the K3.
Okay.
Just on that, and I love whoever this dude has like a deep voice. I love that vibe. I didn't even expect it from one guy. I don't know which one it was. Like he had like a chain on him. But yeah, that was visually like it was just so much to see. And you're right. Like from the outside in, like there is an uprising coming. Fits modern times.
That's right.
Fits modern times for sure.
Nice. Yeah, ATEEZ are a cool group because so there's like a concept in K-pop called the Big Four, and that's like the biggest four record labels in
it
the
used
Korean...
to be the Big Three.
Used to be Big
Used
Three.
to be,
then
long time
Big
ago.
Four.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that guy Yosang. Yeah, he has a deep voice.
Oh, that's
Yes. Yes.
Is that still Clara's?
Claire's bias.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like she
might
made a
have switched
comment, but
recently.
yeah, Yosang.
Yeah.
We've seen him in real life.
Yes, we have. So anyway, so there's like a concept called the Big Four, the four biggest record labels in Korea, and they're the ones that are like, think of it as like the Ivy Leagues of the record labels, right? So if you like enter there as a trainee, you're basically guaranteed success. Like your group is going to be huge. You'll get the budget. You'll get the big promotions and everything like that. But then ATEEZ is a unique group in the sense that their company was not part of the Big Four, is not part of the Big Four, and it's like a smaller, medium-sized company. But ATEEZ have been exceptionally popular and still able to have like really high quality music videos. They're super, sold out tours all over the world. And so they've been kind of like an anomaly and really been able to make their company popular. Now their company was able to start another boy group called STAYC, and they're getting more popular too. So there's always like it's cool to see like these underdog company stories come up and just see these K-pop groups work really hard to get really popular, even if they didn't have that they're called like Big Four privilege from the get-go.
Oh wow, not the big four privilege.
I think that this is it speaks to like I said, it used to be the big three, right? So there was Twice's company, JYP, Blackpink's company, YG, and then I think Big Bang is under SM, right? Or am I being crazy? It's not. Well, I'm gonna okay. SM is the third one, all right. And so they had, you know, they were the big companies, big groups, big names, big budgets, big. The fourth one, HYBE, which is, I say, like, relatively new. It's because they had BTS. And so BTS was so popular, so immensely popular, and made so much, you know, profit and growth that now HYBE is with the big three. HYBE is, and many people, myself included, consider them to be, you know, among the best producing companies. Like, I find that I don't usually find myself gravitated towards boy groups, but they're HYBE's two main boy groups in Hypen and Tomorrow by Together, TXT. I feel myself, I like their music quite a lot, as well as they've, you know, the K-pop is no stranger to the concept of like a merger or acquisition, and HYBE will scoop up some like Pledis Entertainment or other Pledis or other entertainment companies, smaller entertainment companies that do have like semi-successful groups, but they're like, okay, if we bring you into the HYBE family, you know, we can make something more happen. We can be a bit bigger and a bit better. So that is, you know, the popularity of a group can make or break a company. But in another way, like, it's kind of a risk, like Melissa Ann was saying. Like, if you go to a big company, you're going to have more competition. You are going to, because they are the big four, right? Everyone wants to be in the big four. So as a trainee, if you're entering there, you know that it's going to be cutthroat, but you know that if you make it, it's great.
You're up there, right?
There are other companies where trainees will go and they'll make a group, and they kind of it's like, you know, maybe something will happen. You know, maybe we'll be great, and maybe we'll make money, and then if we make money, then y'all can continue to do, you know, great things. But the rough part about this industry is that a lot of times trainees will go into debt in their as they're training into companies, because they have to pay the company to be trained by them like it's a school. Sometimes it literally is a school. Sometimes they actually do have educational programs that you go through in place of normal schooling so that you can focus more on being an idol. And there are other, like, there's a big group, Luna, that is not here anymore, but they were in a smaller company called Blockberry Creative. There was a huge drama, many lawsuits, because they were popular as a group. They had like a cult following, honestly, and they were very big as a group, but because of the nature of how the group debuted and like how much money was put into this group in order to like try to beget these results, even through all the tours, even through all the album sales, even through, you know, all of, you know, everything of their existence, I'm fairly sure every member when their company, like when they filed injunctions against their contracts or against the company to break their contracts because of maltreatment and because of lack of payment, the members weren't actually getting any money. A lot of them were still in debt to the company even years after they debut, because the company has so much control over the goings on of the group and over the financials insane. And over all of that. So it can become very drawn out and very dramatic as a member of a lower or as a lesser known companies group. You're taking more risk by, you know, trying to not only, it's less risk in the sense of like you're competing against fewer people, but it's more risk in the sense that your company does not have the name recognition or the, you know, resources to immediately put you on a pedestal like the Big Four does. Like when a Big Four group or company is debuting a new group, people are paying attention. But when some random company is putting together, like the product has to be good for it to take hold.
Wow. And I didn't realize there was like more or less like an academy or development system
Yeah.
for these new groups. That's actually interesting.
Yeah, so, you know, you usually think in Western pop, you hear like, oh, there's a new band. You think of like a group of friends, you know, who like jam down their garage,
garage
and then
band,
they,
yeah,
Garage
type.
band. Yeah.
then they get picked up by a record label. But in it's actually the trainee model is actually based on like the Motown model of making superstars. And so yeah, basically you just audition, they see if you have potential for dancing, singing, rapping, and then they train you for like, you know, sometimes a few months to sometimes like there's Jihyo from Twice was a trainee for like 9 to 10 years, I
10
think.
years.
Wow.
And then you finally get to debut because like internally there's all these rounds of eliminations, right? Because they start out with maybe 20 trainees that pass the audition, and then you have to keep narrowing it down until like the 5 that finally debut.
Whew.
So it's a very different system.
Sometimes they monetize that by filming a survival show.
Yeah.
Oh, that's insane. They turned into Survivor.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
honestly, they do.
Twice was made off of a survival show. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
What is the name of that show?
16. I would recommend watching it, actually.
Okay,
It's
no,
pretty
1000%.
dramatic. Yeah.
Okay, because, well, speaking of recommendations, I do have to pop this one on y'all, because I think y'all would
absolutely.
like this as an anime. It's one called Oshi no Ko, if you want to type that in. It is essentially about the dark side of the entertainment industry and exactly what you're talking about, developing through and making it. I didn't know anything about, like, kind of aesthetics of entertainment, how we were talking about, like, the visual. Yes, this one right here. It's about these two young kids trying to make it into the entertainment industry.
Oh wow.
Don't listen to r/character rant about it being the most
Yeah,
thing
no.
ever.
But it's interesting what you said about so they work for it's Strawberry Productions, right? And they're very low key and they're trying to just get gigs little by little. So if you can power through episode 1, because it is like a 50-minute. I promise you, yeah. But after that, it's 24 minutes, just like every other anime
These
episode.
ratings seem pretty high.
Oh no, because a lot of once they become a group, their music is actual real music. You can download it online.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
cool.
it's a little bit of a wombo combo, but I think it matches really well with what we were talking about today. Is just like for anybody K-pop or enjoys it, this is about making it in the pop industry.
That's cool. I think I would like
interesting.
that. I think
Also
I would like
on the
that
side
too.
also on the side of murder mystery at the same time.
Ooh.
If somebody likes that side of it, so yeah, I definitely recommend this.
Nice. I'll have to check it out.
Oh,
That
for
sounds
sure.
like up my alley.
And then I need my K1 to K5. Let me know.
That sounds good. So I mean, an average of K4 for what we should. We did well, team. Let's go. Good stuff.
No, yeah. I mean, the pressure's on me now, because now I gotta come back. I gotta come back later on this pod and just tell you, like, once I develop my taste, I mean, we're gonna have the more ratchet side. I'm gonna be like, listen.
Okay.
I didn't like her. Yeah.
I feel like it would be cool to, like, in a few months, like, if you continue listening and like build a taste or whatever, you have your own like little subset of things that you're like, this is my jam. I want to show kind of how I developed my taste and what I found and tell your story. That sounds super awesome.
Yeah, in a true sense of reality TV, we had that reunion episode at the end. That's what it can be. Because my group, we're very big on just petty, like, random things. We argue over anything stupid. So I promise you have Pokemon in your background. We debate over that. I think the last episode we talked about which Pokemon was racist. Like, it could be anything that you get the vibes for. So I'm interested how we would come back to it.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think about it because there are, I mean, it's not super common, but there are K-pop groups that have written opening songs or ending songs for different animes. Like, I think you just mentioned Pokemon, aespa, which is an SM group, so another one of the big four.
Yeah.
They made We Go, which I think is the opening of the most recent.
I was listening to K-pop this whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't even know that.
Version.
That's
they
insane.
Have a Korean version, they have an English
man.
version, but yeah, they made We Go.
Oh my gosh.
So that's very cool.
I didn't know, and they like mesh in the space. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, we love it, and sometimes we just don't know what we're looking at. So when we have the visuals combined, it's a huge advantage.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's not even fair. Yeah, so for us, Korean animes are starting to make it into the anime space. The
Like
most
Solo
popular,
Leveling.
yeah, it's the number one anime right now, and that's Korean. It's a webtoon. A couple others we have like let me see. It was No Game No Life. God of High School, Tower of God. It's interesting how it keeps coming to God every single time in there with the combos. But yeah, they're really creeping into the space, and now they're number one on the charts with Solo Leveling. So it's cool to see the mergers between our two.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It is pretty funny though, since they're written with like Korean names in the Korean manhwa, and then they go in and it's all in Japanese, but the names are still all Korean names.
Yes. Oh my gosh. What bothers me is when they try to throw English into it. I don't know about y'all, but that is rough on a subtitle. Because they try to be real authentic. They're like, because like, and if an American shows up, yeah, exactly. Yes. And it's just like overemphasized. I'm like, that's what you think of us, and I get it. I understand it. But it's handy, so I'm like, just stick to Japanese, please. So that's interesting to see.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Well, Derek, thank you so much for coming on. It was a very fun episode. I had a lot of fun. Does anyone else have any remarks for, or do you have any closing remarks? Do you have any thoughts, recollection of, what we did here today?
Like I said, y'all are gonna make a fan out of me. I promise you, in a couple months, I'm going to have a playlist. I had so much fun. I was a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie, hopping on, but y'all made it very comfortable, very fun.
Nice.
So yeah, love to do this again. And as always, give it a shout. We're on Spotify, YouTube, anything like that. If you just want an entry level and lighthearted combos, enter in. We crack open a beer and we talk. It's all it's about. Don't be don't be afraid of talking anime with us.
Melissa Ann, are you still planning on having a guest appearance?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Everyone go follow Melissa Ann over there. Go see what they get up to.
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right, y'all.
Don't get nervous.
Thank y'all again for tuning into this episode. Again, remember to follow us at multilife.pod, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
See ya.
Bye, y'all.